Good morning all and welcome to another week of absolute guff on two wheels. I am Yax, also known as Blob on a Bike, and this is long overdue, this bicycle ride. Really sorry for anyone who was watching hoping for a video last week. After stressing out for a few weeks because it's so quiet at work, I was just so busy last week at work, so I can't really complain, but it did stop me getting out on my bicycle at all last week. So I'm here to make amends, and I am making the most of what I've got available to me. You will notice I am on a lady's old rally bicycle, which is far too small for me. Reason being, I've been cleaning my car ready for sale and I'm not having my filthy bike in or on it. So my bicycle is at work until I get a different car. So I'm just desperate for a bicycle ride. I'm getting fat and it's not doing me any favours just sitting around. So quick little bike ride today. I've just taken in the delights of some local country lanes around my house. You can see it's beautiful around here, but it's hilly, and I've got to say this bike is nasty. It's got a triple chain ring at the front, about 6 or 7 gears at the back, and I don't know how my wife ever rode this thing. Honestly, I reckon it's too small for Sam to ride. I look like a little old lady riding it. The seat is not high enough for me, and I have just gone up one hill and I'm dead already. It is horrible, 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 but it is the best bike I've got available to me today, so I'm going to make use of it. Let's try and get 4 or so miles in and try not to die. Did I mention also both of my tyres are basically flat, but I've got nothing at my house now to pump them up with, so it's tough crap for me. And oh, this is going to be an adventure. Not a very comfortable one, but I am out on a bike, so actually I couldn't be happier. Unless it was all downhill, of course. You might also notice that I am sporting my wife's crash helmet, because also that is at work, and my one. So I have been given strict instructions not to make it sweaty. Good luck with that. And but I would like to add, my wife has actually done this trip already this morning, and without sweating in the helmet, so I'd like to know how that was possible. I reckon she took it off and got a lift. Anyway, nearly at the top of this hill, and then I've got a downhill bit, I think. Don't know if you can see on my knee just there, got a bruise where I accidentally walked into a can crusher that's on the end of my desk at work. So that's been giving me grief all week. Well, it hasn't really, but I do keep smashing it on this gear lever, which is quite annoying. Just got to put up with that kind of thing on these crappy bikes. It does not half make you appreciate modern bikes, definitely. Yeah, boy. Oh, so done a nice little bit of off-roading there. I can say this bike does not excel off-road. Now my biggest challenge of this bicycle ride so far, coming up that hill up there. It won't look like much on camera, admittedly, but this is horrible walking up it, so it's going to be hell on this thing, but better shut up and get on with it. Actually, this bike's made of steel, so I might be able to stick you on somewhere. Not looking forward to this. It goes on a bit as well, but I'm just going to have a little breather and then go for it, and I shall let you know how I get on at the top. Whose idea was this? Well, having a little village. Right, most of it's downhill from here, apart from the last bit, so I'm going to enjoy this. Unfortunately, my confidence riding this bike downhill is not quite as much as I thought it would be, because one, the tyres must have about 15 psi in and they squidge around underneath me. That is not a nice feeling. I don't know how these people ride their bikes with 20 psi in their tyres. Mentalists. Anyway, that's a bit sketch. Oh, and the other thing, the brakes on this bike, there's a lot of damping on these brakes, so you don't quite know when the brake's going to kick in, and they're not great anyway, even at full stretch. So yeah, stopping isn't a highlight on this bike. In fact, I'm struggling to think of any, but it is getting me out on 2 wheels today, so I am grateful for that. Anyway, I can't remember what I've told you because it's been a couple of weeks since you would have seen a video from me, but in other news, I have a buy for my camper van. It's due to be picked up this week, which is good. We've had an offer accepted on a house, which I might have told you about before, I can't remember, so that's good. And Sam has come home from school with another cold. How? Anyway, so that's put a dampener on our plans for this weekend. But I do find myself riding down a very pleasant country lane on a bicycle, so it's not all bad. Oh no. And here we reach the end of the only bit of flat road for miles around, and guess what that means? Now I've got to ride up a big hill back to my house. Oh dear. Actually, there's a little bit of downhill here. I shall I shall gather some momentum. So there will be parts of this little village which I shall be sad to leave behind, but it will be nice to be a little bit closer to some bicycling action, and I can't wait for that. Oh god, there's people walking towards me. I probably know them. Yeah, it was one of my neighbours actually. So here starts the last of my big climbs up into my village, and gonna be honest, this is like hell on 2 wheels. I am regretting this. I'm not leaving my bike at work ever again. That was not pleasant, but I did get a few miles in. It says 6.64 kilometers there, which in miles is about 4 miles, I reckon, just over 4 miles I guess. So I'm pleased about that. My legs are killing. The seat was about 8 inches too low on that bicycle, so my legs are absolutely killing, particularly having not ridden my bike for a couple of weeks properly. Hope you can see me in that sun there. And that is it for today. I'll hopefully get out again tomorrow. Maybe not, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but I don't want to be riding that bike again. Hey guys, well it is, what day is it? It's Thursday morning today, and I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update of what's been going on. I'm aware my face looks very, very bizarre. It always does, but more so at the moment, and I'll explain why. I'm going to have my little jolly on my wife's old bike at the weekend. That soon became evident once I got home that was a mistake. Where I tore my cartilage in my knee last year, and it's been pretty much fine for absolute months now. Yeah, that wasn't so good actually on Saturday. I was struggling to get up and down the stairs. So riding that bike, that horrible bike with the seat down too low, was not a good idea. But thankfully it is better now. But my plans were to but my plans were to actually get out on that bike again on the Sunday before that happened. But events on Saturday took a turn for the worse, and yeah, it's not been a good week really. So what happened? Well, I used to get hay fever pretty bad when I was a kid, even into my teenage years, but gradually as I've got older, it's just dispersed, and it's not really bothered me in the slightest for about 15 years until Saturday. I started getting hideous hay fever for some reason. Now I don't get the one where it makes your eyes all puffy, although it might look like it. It just makes my nose run and run and run, and it's annoying as hell. And to top that off, Sam came home from school last week with a cold, so on top of having hideous hay fever, I also managed to pick up Sam's cold as well, so it's just been a horrible week. I haven't really been feeling rough, it's just my face. I might have actually lost weight this week, because I reckon I've lost about 2 stone worth of snot out of my nose. Anyway,
This was made worse on Sunday because I had to go and cut my grass in the garden, which was a mistake. And then the 45 minutes of swing ball in the garden in the afternoon with Sam really brought the hay fever home. And I've just been a mess since then. With literally, I haven't even looked at a bike. I've just been not feeling that at all. However, I'm feeling a little bit better today. I'm still chesty. I've still probably got a bit of a cold, so I don't need to be going near people, obviously. But I do need to get down to the post office, and I'm desperate for some exercise because I'm definitely chubbing up, which ain't cool. So I am actually going to ride down the post office now. It's 9:15 here in the UK, and it has been belting sunshine this week. It is getting hot now, and tomorrow's going to be a scorcher, and I don't fancy that. So this is my opportunity. I'm not really looking forward to it, if the truth be known, because I'm still feeling the effects of hay fever. So it's going to be a quick blast. It's not going to be a long one. It's just going to be a canal path jolly, and you're coming with me, and I shall document any sneezing. It is a glorious day here in Bude today. Not a breath of wind, I don't think, and clear blue skies. The kind of weather I've been waiting for. So let's hope the pollen count isn't that high, because I will be a mess if it is. But let's get on with it, shall we? Fingers crossed. I'm still having trouble breathing from me cold. Yeah, cheers. Someone's just cut the grass here, obviously. But I am still going. Oh, what's going on here? No idea. Oh, hang on, there's more signs. Run route. I might turn them round. It's my favourite underpass in Bude. I think that was a slow worm. Maybe a grass snake before it got chopped in half. If you do know, put it in the comments. Well, I've been going about 5 minutes now, and so far no sneezing, which is good, and it is starting to get warm. This doesn't half feel good being out on my bicycle. Sadly, over the last probably 4 weeks, 6 weeks, I've not been able to get out on my bike as much as I'd like to through work and just other things going on, really. So it's just nice to get a nice cash bike ride out. I'm not in a race today. Just want to get it done, but yeah, it does feel good. Hopefully my hay fever will not stick around this year, and I can have much more of this. Not the flies in my mouth though. Gotta put it out there, I was especially gutted this week. Got a message on Monday from Ollie, Bike and Beyond on YouTube, saying he's heading off to Old Hill Bike Park on Tuesday, I think it was, and did I wish to join him. Ordinarily I would have been all over it like a rash, but one, I was just too busy, I couldn't have anyway, and there's no way I could have been in that field all day with my hay fever. Have I mentioned I've had hay fever this week? So next time I'll promise, probably, but do ask. I'm not looking forward to riding up this big hill today, but got to get it done. Granny ring special. Look at the stuff coming out the back of this motor. It's disgusting. That was Gavin Carroll when I was in that car. That is minging. Did someone say victim? In my poor health. Let's go. Morning. My back tyre is a bit squidgy. And talking of back wheels, back wheel Russian roulette is now in play. I have 14 players selected. You are on my Instagram, I've done a post, so if you're on that list, you are now in play. And the first spoke to come away from my rear wheel rim, can't even talk today, will win some Blob on a Bike merch. Definitely exciting times ahead. I was expecting to be a snotty mess by this stage, but all seems good. Now I don't want to tempt fate And I guess the effects will become evident when I stop moving and I get back to my unit, but I'm not feeling it at the moment, which is good. Long may it continue. Oh, it is getting hot now. Move! They don't care, do they? Works both ways. I've just got done. He's got more energy than me. And a road bike, that's my excuse. And I've got a flat tyre. Definitely going to take that as a small victory. I'm sweating buckets, but my nose is not dripping constantly, which is nice. I do imagine that will take place very shortly, but we'll have to wait and see. But that actually went much better than I thought it would. Didn't sneeze once actually, but I reckon it's coming. All the pollen will be in my hair and on my shirt and stuff, which is nice, so I'm going to definitely change those. Anyway, I'll shut up about that from now on. 6.46 miles. Not going to argue about that. It is weigh day tomorrow. Probably not going to do a weigh-in, if I'm being honest with you, because the goalposts have moved somewhat. And I don't feel I've been putting in proper weeks, so I'm just not going to bother for a little bit. But they will be back, just not for now. So anyway, that is it. I've got plenty of work to be getting on with, so I'm going to do it now. See you later. Just had a little jolly down to the post box. And it's been a couple of hours since I got back from my bicycle ride earlier. And I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised. Haven't sneezed once, but my eyes have started getting itchy, which is weird. Anyway, back to work. Yeah. Yeah.
Light it up and we smoke. Keep me high up off the ground. In a haze, in the crowd. We ain't ever coming down, down, down.